Here we go. 3, 2. Good evening, everybody. It's Rick here with AirgunWeb, and we have Travis back with us. So it is the Airgun guys live here Tuesday night. We apologize, we're running a little bit late. I had some previous engagements that kind of made us run a little late. But Travis has been very, very busy. He's got a reason that he hasn't been able to be here with us. So I'll give him a chance to explain himself and his absenteeism, but he's got a pretty good reason, so we're gonna give him a break. So, Travis, what's been going on with you, man?
Rick, as you know, I've been moving. I can't say I've moved to Texas, but I've been moving to Texas and purchased a home down here now, and getting ready to move the family down here. So, been busy. Been busy doing all that, and of course working for this air rifle company, which all will come to play here in the near future.
Sure.
Especially at SHOT Show. Yeah. So we're going to wait for SHOT Show to blow the doors open.
Well, I'm excited for you because I know a little bit about it, but I can't say anything.
Yeah, of course you do. So it's a big issue. It's a big. It's not one of these little in line. This is a pretty big.
Yeah, this is industry rattling. We'll call it. How's that? I mean, shake up.
Huge backing. I'm looking forward to sharing. You know how much I like to talk about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Share.
Be nice when you can actually talk about it.
Yeah, and actually talk about it, talk to people, and field questions. I can't wait for that. I really can't. It pains me to go to work every day, having all these things and ideas, and I just have to keep it to myself. I hate secrets. Hate it.
All right, so they're saying we got an echo, and I'm not quite sure how to get rid of the echo.
Well, maybe my phone or your phone's on. I got my audio turned down on my phone.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, we'll do the best we can. If it's a problem, we can always reset and do it a different way. I am trying to figure out, guys, how we can make it where we can set up a notification, because normally we use Zoom, but I can't schedule a thing with Zoom. With this other software I'm using now, I can schedule it, and I'm also able to bring Travis in on Skype, which is cool. So I'll have to look at the playback or recording or something. So I guess we'll do the best we can.
So maybe that might help. Maybe we're getting some redundancy here.
I don't know. Let me just take a look at the audio settings so you guys can let's see.
Chill out.
Yeah. Okay, so here it is. Okay, it's probably echoing through my mic is probably what it is. All right, so I have a solution. You guys stay put. Travis, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. I bet you this will solve it.
So a couple of things coming up this year. Of course, we have SHOT Show, and I hope that turns out okay this year. With the whole COVID thing, it's kind of a crapshoot, and I really don't know how much new products and new fangledy stuff is going to show up at SHOT Show this year, because I think a lot of the industry people probably aren't going to attend, just to be honest with you. So I don't have a lot of hope for SHOT Show this year, though I pray that it turns out well. We will have another Airgun Expo, and
right.
That should be excellent. That should be excellent. We learned a lot from the original one, and I think you're going to see some fantastic changes.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the expo for sure.
Yeah, I'm much more excited about that than I am SHOT Show. Well, because like I've stated for years, SHOT Show is really a powder burner show. It's it has never really been very much for us air rifle people. I mean, they used to debut stuff, but now they do it through other means, like having celebrities, I guess you'd say, show off the products online on their channels and stuff on YouTube and what have you.
It's people like me.
Like you, yeah.
Not that I can
Like,
call myself a celebrity, but they get
no,
influencers to do it.
You are definitely a celebrity. You're
Yeah.
definitely a celebrity. And actually,
Okay.
your channel is bigger than any other air rifle reviewer's channel by a long shot.
There's certainly guys like Matt and Ted and those guys. There's lots of others that are doing it, but
reviewers,
yeah.
Rick, they're not reviewers.
Well,
They
yeah.
don't do reviews. They all work for other companies.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So I think we solved the echo. It's just it was coming back through my speakers. So I'll have to use. I'll just wear headsets. That's not a problem at all. And but if that works, then this system will allow me to put a graphic up and all that fun stuff and schedule it so that people can be sort of fixing to get ready to join us, which I think will be pretty cool. All right, so I'll also work on the volume too, so best as I can.
Live now on YouTube, Rick?
What's that?
We're live now on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we've been live on YouTube for some minutes now, so for 7 minutes we're good to go.
I turned my phone off, so I can't tell.
You could. That wasn't the problem. So if you want to put it up and see comments and stuff, you can. Yeah. So I do have a. Let's see. I guess you may need to speak up, Travis, because I know you're using your iPad from a distance.
Okay, let me pull it in here. I just don't want everyone to see my ugly face up close.
Well, with that, we're sort of destined to have that happen anyway.
Close one eye.
Yeah, close. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So we'll deal with getting his audio a little bit better. Okay, we do have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so let me just. So Mark is asking. I've got the Crossman 2289. That's the multi-pump backpacker, I believe. Forgive me if I'm wrong there, but I think that's what that is. It's the drifter kit. I was wondering if the shoulder stock can be drilled out. For the screws that's used for the hand grips, it's not the spots for the screws, but it's not drilled. What I'd say is shoot me I'm actually familiar with that one. If you want to email me directly a picture or something, what you're talking about, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, that's one of those things you can need some pictures or diagrams.
And gentleman, Daniel's saying he's got the same thing, drilled them out, and it worked fine. So I would imagine that it's probably right there. Speaking of that little interaction that we have it up here every week. More and more, we're getting people that are helping other people out, which is great because it's impossible for me to try and keep up with all the questions that come through. But I want to go ahead, Travis. What was that?
Yeah, and that's what the fellowship of Airgunners are. We're willing to reach out and help other people because maybe we've done something that they haven't done, and we can aid them in their process.
So what I wanted to do in that vein is I wanted to actually show people. I've had a lot of people ask me how to use the GTA because if you're not used to old school airgun forums, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So I'm going to zip over. It's huge. It's a huge website. So what I've got now is I've actually got this up on the screen here. And when you come to the GTA, first of all, and Travis, if I am incorrect in any of this stuff, please let me know. Okay, so I think I'm correct in this, but let me know if I goof it. But to view or participate, to read articles, you actually don't need to be a member. You can just go and read stuff, right?
You can just read anything you want. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to do diddly squat. You can be Joe Blow from India and go in there and watch it.
All right. So if you wanted to post, if you wanted to contribute, that's when you need to sign up. And
you got to sign up.
Yeah. And so I know that, and I know that there are some folks that have expressed some. They would like it easier, and I think both Travis and I talked about this. We want to
Yeah,
make that happen.
it,
There's
it really.
what's that?
Yeah, we really do. You know, the process right now is a tried and true method that's worked, for a while, but it's it really is a slow and tedious way of signing up. It just eliminates a lot of the bad seeds that can get in. So we need to find a better way.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
so what we're talking about, and we're gonna. And the reason I'm bringing this up, okay, because last week we talked about where we go from here with the inevitability, as far as I can see it, of YouTube and Facebook saying bye bye.
Hmm.
I want people to have a place to go. Now, this site's been in existence for what, 20 years, or if not close to that. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's right.
All right. So we got a 20-year repository of airgun information that is massive. Um,
Hmm.
then Okay, so the gentleman's saying here that if you want to see photos, you have to be a member. Do you know if that's the case? If you want to see
See,
images that are,
no, I think you have to. I think if you want to post photos, you have to be a member, but I don't think you have to see photos. I don't think you have to be a member.
let
I
me,
I, I could be wrong. I could
yeah.
be
Well,
wrong. I've
maybe
been a
these are some things I want to get worked out because
been a
I
member
know,
long. I couldn't tell you.
yeah, and I've always been a member for I don't know 15 years or so. I've just log in, but I do want to make this site very friendly for people that may not want to sign up or go through those hoops. I do want to trim
Agree.
down. What's that?
No, I agree. It
I
needs to become a process.
Yeah, yeah. I want to make it that where people that do want to contribute, it's a little bit easier. Now, one of the challenges we deal with is the website. I mean, if you go through here, I mean, these are all the various areas you can go if you wanted to talk about projectiles. There you go. There's a whole thing on projectiles, and there was a post today, um, and somebody's talking about separating rubber mulch. Probably that's actually not a bad, kind of a cool project. Anyway, I was going to get distracted on that because I would not have thought to do that, but that's sort of what that's sort of what it's about. But we have all of these different places you can go and learn stuff. You have air
Right.
archery. Okay, so again, we have posts as of today um, with people putting information up about this. So I want viewers to know that this website is something that gets a lot of use. I mean, every day there's tons of new content, and you're signing up
Yeah.
members that are going through the process every day um, to be able to contribute and help other people. Um, um, so the gentleman's saying that you do have to be logged in to see photos that are hosted on the GTA, just so you know.
Okay.
Um, so
I
that
didn't even know.
yeah, so that's good to know. And
It is.
I, I do really, if you guys have suggestions of how you would like to see the site more user friendly, just email me or Travis. But I'm Rick at gateway-to-airguns.org, or Travis is Travis at gateway-to-airguns.org. So that's easy. But do that so that we can begin talking to the moderators and begin a discussion on with the administrative folks to how do we make this easier for you guys, because I do see the inevitability of things going away, and I want people to already become more familiar with an alternative that I think is going to be sustainable for the long term. Um,
Right. And on that note, Rick, th this website is basically handled by the moderators,
right.
and there's only about 20 of them. Now, that may sound like a lot, but this website runs 24/7, all day, every day, and gets 30,000 views a day plus. Um, it's amazing they can handle. Uh, so please be kind to those moderators and listen to what they got to say, because they're hardworking and they do it absolutely for free for the love of it.
Yeah. So anyway, so if you guys please, I'm sort of new to the administrative side of this. I've been a user and a contributor, a very tiny contributor, for a long time. But on the admin side, I want to help develop this to be more user friendly and a lower barrier to entry, and also profitable and sustainable, because it actually costs time and money, and there's a good bit of revenue that goes out every month just so the site can exist, just baseline exist.
Yeah.
So
And I don't think anyone even has a clue of what it takes to run that website financially. It's extremely, it's not cheap.
yeah, so which is great. We have, I mean, there's sponsors there, obviously, that are, which is great, and I'm glad they're there. So, but anyway, we'll move on from that. But I wanted people to at least take a look at it, and if you have things that you would like to see changed or rearranged, just send me your suggestions, and I'll Travis and I'll kick them around. We'll talk to the moderators and see what we can do about making this easier, because we really do want this to become look, I'm going to use Facebook and YouTube for as long as I can because I have the largest audience there. You know, why not? But everything I'm doing there, I'm also doing here. And, you know, we've got the ARC now. So everything that you see published, we've got, like here's, so we got Casino got his up here. All right, there is the Avenger got moved over. Here's the one I did on Monday, the 100-yard tests for that. So we've got, you know, a good bit of content here. And when you go to it, not only do you get to watch the video, but you can also get links to the people if you're interested in the product. So anyway, we're trying to make this very friendly and usable for not only you guys as viewers, but also content creators. And this is part of the simplification that Travis and I have been talking about. If you're a content creator and you want to publish, just email us and we can try and fast track that account so that you can get your stuff up there right away. So we're trying to help make that barrier to entry less. So it's a learning curve for both of us, certainly for me, big time for me. But I want to do what we can to really make this work for everybody. So I'm going to click back over to our main screen there. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and you know, Rick, like you said, we're trying to take a website that's almost 20 years old and pretty much modernize it, which is not easy because we're still dealing with an old format to begin with.
Yeah, one of the gentlemen was talking about he really liked the raffles. Well, raffles are something you can do as a nonprofit, but it's not a nonprofit anymore. So the raffles are actually a no-no. But I think we could maybe do an auction, or we could do other things that would help then raise money for the GTA. There's also other marketing things. I would like to see the GTA have a pool. And I know Gary, you just started your own YouTube channel. I would like to see us have a pool of approved GTA airgun reviewers that could get airguns and provide content for the GTA and the ARC and actually the grip program, Travis. So I think we have some options that we're really looking at to try and make that the GTA a better, more robust, more interactive environment. And really, I'd like to see the more, no offense to the old timers, but I'd like to see some new blood really get in there and communicating back and forth too. So anyway, so enough on that. I posted a video, Travis, this Monday, yesterday, of the AirArms S510 stealth carbine. You shot it when you were here for the Airgun Expo. And I finally got to do my video of shooting it at 100 yards. And it did very well. I got, let's see. Now, I didn't show these on the video because I've got another project where I'm using them. But I'll show you on the phone because people wanted to see like groups that I shot at 100 yards. The slugs 5-shot groups, guys, is what I shot. The wind had started to pick up, and it was just going to become ridiculous to try and do it. But anyway, I got the pellet shot under. Where are my pictures? Under 2 inches at 100 yards.
Yeah, and we're not talking like a powerhouse air rifle that can
Yeah.
sling them out there, a zillion miles an hour.
Right.
That's not.
So yeah.
That's.
So here is, now you guys know when you do center to center, you measure the outside and subtract the pellet caliber. It gives you your center to center. But here we go. I don't know if you guys, oh no, there it is. So there's my green screen's mucking this up. But there's the knockouts at 209. So you do the math, and it's just under 2 inches. That's 2.09 inches. So that was pretty cool. Let's see. We've got the 8.4s were like 2.4 inches. The 10s were 10 3/4s.
You must have had some dead wind conditions.
It was so dead calm, Travis.
Man.
It's just started to pick up when I got to this part, because I was doing this for an article actually for Airgun Depot. But that
even
is
even the slightest breeze.
Yeah. So I mean, that's not. I mean, that's. It is what it is. That was a 2.16 external, so we dropped the 177s just under 2 inches. But that's 2 inches, 2-inch groups at 100 yards, which I think is pretty snazzy, frankly.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Out of a not a custom built special 177, just an off the shelf unmodified gun.
Not like one of these powerhouse units that make 40 foot-pounds in a 177. So yeah, that's really special.
All right, so they're suggesting down the road that you get a headset to plug into your tablet. You know what also works really well, Travis? If you haven't got a pair, the little Apple earbuds work really, really nice.
I normally use my iPad. It's just that I left my laptop at work today and don't normally have this problem. So when I'm in my own home and I got my office set up, we won't have to worry about this. But right now it is what it is, and we'll get through it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that when you get your new place set up, we'll get you a studio set up like I got here. I was gonna share. I'll just show you on the screen because I know last week I told you guys it was a wreck, but this is what my studio looks like. If you guys can see it there, the green screen and the lights and it's a mess, but it doesn't look too bad. I think it looks okay. It'll survive. So I'm a bit of a techie anyway, kind of a techno nerd. Travis is not so much the tech. He's an airgun nerd, but not so much technology nerd. All right, so
you're different way.
Yeah, you're not a computer nerd.
Not in that way. I mean, I have my house all set up up north, totally hands free. But
did you do it, or did you have somebody come do it for you?
No, I did it myself.
All right. I stand corrected. Forgive me.
Yeah, so I go in my house and I say, turn the lights on, turn the lights off, make them red, make them yellow, turn TV on, whatever I want.
Okay, you guys are wanting me to turn my mic down. Hold on just a second. I can do that. Maybe.
Let's pull this in so my audio is better.
Yep. No, I can. I can do it over here. Here.
You know what I'd like to know, Rick?
What's that? All right. Let me know, guys. I just turned my mic down.
Who would our listeners like to see at the Airgun Expo? What Airgun celeb or person of interest would you like to see at the Airgun Expo? Because this year I think we can get some live participants, right?
Well, I think what would be they're saying we need to do an Airgun Expo in California. Certainly be open to that. That would be an interesting little trip, wouldn't it, Travis?
I'm not doing anything in California, my friend.
That's funny. Well, we're not that far from California.
I've been set free.
Yeah.
They let me loose.
Yeah.
Shame on them.
Cometa would be good. I like Cometa sounds. Cometa would be a nice brand. I actually like Cometa rifles. So I think that what I'd like to do this year for the Expo, Travis, is actually have companies come and present their own stuff, where we can moderate it.
That would be fantastic.
We won't have the travel restrictions, I wouldn't imagine. So, an Umrex could come, a Gamma could come, a Crossman could come, a whoever could come, and they could have their people come and show their stuff.
Rick, imagine this. Here's a best case scenario, because you've been to SHOT Show, I've been to SHOT Show.
Yeah.
You wear your feet to death walking around this huge place, 2 floors, thousands and thousands of square feet, and all of these airgun people are spread out from one end to the other on 2 floors. They're not in one area. Like, here's the airgun area. It doesn't exist like that. It's just wherever.
3 floors, actually, if you go way down the bottom.
Yeah. So imagine we got all these people together on, live for one thing, because you don't see anything live at Airgun Expo. I mean, at the SHOT Show.
SHOT Show. Well, you do, but it's not like at the range day or anything. Not that they're pulling the trigger.
They don't even have a range day for air guns there.
No.
Basically, unless you count the 2 people that show up every year.
No.
So we got all these industry people that show up. We shoot their stuff live with them at the range. I mean, what could be better than that? I mean, that is a best case scenario, as far as I so we got the owners or the engineers or people of interest from each company come out, and we debut their stuff. We talk to them about their products. We shoot their products with them. It's like range day and everything all combined in one. It's a perfect scenario.
Yeah, I think that what I would really like to see this next time is to have the companies be able to bring their own stuff out with their own people. I think that would be the thing for me.
Just like, Airguns of Arizona did.
Yeah. Well, that was phenomenal. I mean, having Larry there the whole week made it. And Joe coming out for the whole week was great.
Joe coming out.
John from Hawk coming out was really good. I mean, we did have some people that were able to make the trip. Larry Airguns of Arizona was a huge, they were the primary sponsor. So that was huge. And, so having them come out and be there the whole week with their van, awesome guns was cool. It's great.
It was amazing, and to me, because I've never shot any of those guns that they brought out. They're the upper echelon of air rifles. $3,000 plus air rifles.
Yep.
So it was fantastic to have them out there and to shoot these guns, personally, and then give my opinion. I'm very opinionated, so just because they cost a lot of money doesn't mean I'm not going to tell you what I like about them.
Sure.
So it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I would like to see that, through the whole industry, get everybody, get Crossman, we get Crawl, we get,
could be very, very cool. Could be very cool.
We get everyone, and we talk to them, we sit down with them, we shoot their guns, and we ask them questions, and that's the way it should be at SHOT Show, but it'll never be like that.
Yeah, if we could pull something like that off here, that would be phenomenal. That would be sort of my vision as I'm looking forward. And I could see you'd have the studio time and then the range times. We could get the best of both worlds going. And there's a lot of infrastructure changes that have to happen to make that happen, and some money to be invested. But I mean, if we could do it, I think that's how we make it move forward.
Hey, listen, we pulled off the first Airgun Expo. What did we do? 6 months?
Well, I mean, from the first mention was about 5 months, really. But I mean, from the hard go, we're going to do it for sure. It was about 6 weeks. It was very, very short. I mean, it was right. It happened very quickly, and it happened.
And we got a lot of content out for those people.
Yeah. In
Nice.
fact,
And I
sorry to interrupt.
no, go ahead.
My sister has finished editing all of the footage, the raw footage, and she's been trying to work on some of the audio issues we had. So
Mm-hmm.
we've got copies of all of that stuff is going to be launching on Gateway to Airgun's YouTube page. So
Oh,
all of that stuff will be there, and we're also then going to be publishing it on the GTA. So if you missed it, it's already on my website in raw form, but this is going
mm-hmm.
to be edited with, it'll have links, link descriptions, all that kind of stuff, and it'll have some of the audio problems we had. We tried to fix as best we could, so we'll have that.
Yeah, yeah. It was quite the endeavor. I can say that. And
So,
anyone who was there can tell you how much
oh, yeah.
how much work went into that. I mean, 12 to 14-hour days for a week straight.
That's me.
You know,
That's normal for me, but yes,
well,
yeah,
not for some
yes, I know. Well, you are older, just
nine to fivers.
um, uh, so we have some folks saying
I oh,
you are older. They like the accessories, and I think that's great. I think that everything that goes into making you be able to go do what you like to do is it should all be part of it. That's where the
mm-hmm.
studio stuff comes in. I do have something that came in. I don't have it with me tonight, but I'll tell you guys just a little thing. Um, it's a device that just slides on the back of your scope and gives you a night vision. It's not one where you have to then look over top your scope. It actually is inline, so you're looking through your reticle, and it
Mm-hmm.
converts it into a night vision or day night scope.
I remember
Uh,
you talking about that.
so I did get it in. You know what scope it works really well on?
I'm gonna go with
West Hunter.
a West Hunter scope.
Do you know what happened to the West Hunter scope?
What
You
happened?
don't. It was junk out of the box, so I got to
Was
get it returned.
junk out of the box?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the adjustment is when I put it on the rifle and I used their mounts and a different set of mounts, it was shooting 8 feet to the right at 30 yards. So I'm like, yeah, that ain't
But
right.
you didn't buy the one I told you to buy.
No, I bought the cheap one because I'm a cheap son of a gun.
Yeah, yeah. See,
Yeah,
you give a guy, straight
but
instructions.
here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. They have different sized collars that go on the back of your scope. So you just and it snaps
Right.
in, and then we don't want to use it, just take it off. That little collar fit perfectly on the West Hunter, so I want to get it replaced and see if I can get it working because, huh?
You want to see if you can make that all happen as a
Yeah, you know,
as a unit.
I it's one thing. I love the ATN stuff. I'm never going to give that up. I hope, but I want to sometimes film through my regular scope so you guys can see the reticle,
Mm-hmm. I
and
do it all the time.
this lets me do it very easily without having to go through gyrations to make it happen. What do you use? Are you using the
Eagle vision.
Eagle? Really?
Yeah, it's the bee's knees.
Okay, you'll have to bring it out and show it to me
Yeah,
because I've tried. I've
it's
got
the bee's
thousands
knees.
of dollars invested in trying to
I
make
can
that
move
happen.
it from scope to scope to scope, no problem.
That's cool.
So I don't have to have it set up, like for one gun and then have to dismantle it and put it on another gun and re-zero scopes and stuff. I just move it from gun to gun to gun.
I like
Yeah.
phone scope, but it's finicky. The software's finicky.
I had that one too. It works okay. It's okay, but everything I've tested so far, nothing has beaten the Eagle Vision system.
Well,
Hold on one second.
I want to see it.
Hold on.
Okay. Tacticam. I know they're talking about that. I would be certainly open to Tacticam, and all the FTS is what connects it to your scope. So maybe we can do that. I was talking to them at one point, and then it just fell apart, and they won't return my email. So, oh well. Let's see. Let's see. As far as shooting for inclement weather, no. I mean, we would. Right now, the dates are sometime the first half of May. We want to get past the windy season out here in West Texas and before it gets too hot. And that is our dry season. So it's usually pretty good. So,
Oh, I heard you mention Tacticam.
yeah.
Yeah, I tried the Tacticam system.
Yep.
I tried phone scope. I tried all of them, and by far, Eagle Vision was the best.
Okay.
It has a 70-40 splitter, which none of the other ones do.
Okay.
They split it 50-50. 50% of the image goes to the camera, 50% goes to your eye.
Mm-hmm.
Eagle Vision is 70-40. 70% of the recording goes to the camera, 40 to your eye.
Well, when you come out, bring it so I can take a look at it because it sounds really good.
You won't go back. Let's put it that way.
I mean, I bought the Torrey Pines reverse 14-pound thing with a GoPro on it. What a waste of $1,300 that was. That was miserable. It was horrible.
This wasn't cheap either, though. Let me tell you. The Eagle Vision is not cheap. It's for people who are really serious about, filming through their scope.
Well, I just want to be able to do it easily.
Yeah, that's what this does. It goes from scope to scope, super easy, and there's not all this readjusting and camera readjusting and everything. You just put it on, tighten it down. It's just crazy good.
They're asking you if you're on a DSL connection because you keep breaking up. he's in Texas where they bring a string and a tin can over to his house so he can do these shows.
No, I'm staying at a friend's house until my home's done that we just purchased, and I'm on a Wi-Fi circuit and on an iPad, and it's not the best situation, obviously.
They should see where I live.
Yeah, but you got your system set up,
Yeah, it's only taken 12 years. Okay, so good question. I can answer this for you, Eddie. Just received his Winchester 70-35. Will it shoot 150 grain? Okay. If you're shooting 150 grain Hunter Supply, it looks like a little piece of rebar. Those shoot okay. It's a lot. It's heavy for that gun. It's very heavy. I think you'd probably do better with the 95 grain slugs, and even better with pellets or the polymags if you can get the polymags to fit. Sometimes they're just too long for the mag. But the 150s will cycle, and they will group at least at 35 to 40 yards. That's what I remember of it anyway. So let's see. Asked me if I hear from Paul. I haven't heard from Paul Capella in many, many, many years. My last interaction with Paul was unfavorable. We'll just say that at SHOT Show. So I have nothing against the guy, but I haven't heard from him in many, many, many years. So there's that.
He's still doing stuff, though, isn't he?
I don't know. I am so busy, and you know that I wear more hats than this one.
Oh yeah.
So by the I have very tight schedules to try and get content out and things done, and then I move on to the next thing. I have a computer business I run with multiple clients all over the world, where I manage their websites and their social media and their website marketing. So I deal with that. I run the ministry ranch here. I'm a full-time minister on top of all of that stuff, as well as the Airgun thing. So, and then I have Airgun Pro Shop, which is the retail side, which is that one's really kicking my butt right now.
I have no idea how you do it all. Zero.
With the grace of God, Travis, the only way.
I have no idea how your motor keeps spinning so fast for all these years. I don't know. It's like Slick 50 in there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a few things that one, it really is grace of God for sure. But my wife is very supportive. She doesn't bust my chops if I'm tied up on a lot of different projects. My daughter's very supportive. I do spend time with them as well. But anyway, we do have a lot going on here. So I say that because I don't look at other people's stuff very often, unless somebody brings it to my attention, say, you should look at this. I don't have time to follow what they're doing. So anyway, let's see. Here's a question for us. Let's see. Yeah, Marcus, I don't know that I would call myself a pastor, but I have pastored churches, but I've certainly been a minister for 20 plus years. So, Marcus is asking, when will we see a hybrid powered gun, i.e., brake barrel CO2 slash something? So we're looking like a boosted brake barrel. Yeah, Travis can't talk about it. He can neither confirm nor deny,
you
right?
know what I know because I've told you about it, but I
We
can't
know
tell
nothing.
them.
We know
So,
nothing.
unfortunately, Marcus, you're going to have to wait till
Yeah.
after SHOT Show.
Yeah,
But
we can either confirm nor deny. I really don't
yeah,
know any details. So.
exactly. Yeah.
Safer that way.
Something may or may not be in the works. May is probably a stronger word than may not.
All right, now you said that, not me. You said that, not me.
May
Yeah,
though.
May, yes.
Yeah.
Anything could be possible, right?
Yeah, that's true.
All right. We've got, I don't know, we usually go about an hour, but I mean, unless people have, we need more Turkish air guns.
We need more Turkish.
What's that?
We need more Turkish air rifle stocks.
Yeah, the stocks. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. You know, I just sent a buddy of mine. I should say not sent. He bought for me. Let me make that clear. My Benjamin Caden, I think the Caden, which was the really pretty wood stock, not moderated, not shrouded, whatever. He lives in a state where any sort of shroud or moderation is no. So he needed something that was not specifically moderated. And that is a great gun for that. I actually liked that, specifically requested that one from Crossman, because I could then put whatever I wanted on it. It wasn't locked into something that I may not want.
Right.
And boy, what a sweet shooting gun that is. So that is a Turkish gun. And I could actually see the difference between a Kroll product and a Benjamin Kroll product. And it was noticeably better.
Their demands are higher, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was much better.
Or the name. So, if you're gonna support, them with your products, you're gonna send them the best of what you got because they demand it. So yeah, you're gonna get a better gun if you buy it from Crossman. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think they hold it to a higher standard. A gentleman's asking, were you on the development of the Raptor air rifle? I think the answer to that is
yes.
Yes. Are you still working with them?
I would say was on the. Yeah, I mean, that whole gun design was thought up years before that endeavor even took place.
Eddie's asking me anything I need to know, anything bad I need to know about the 3070. No, not that I'm aware of. It's the Winchester. It's a Evan-X Rainstorm 35.
Oh.
Blizzard Rainstorm 2. No, it is. It's just a great shooting gun. Yeah. So let's see.
There was a topic on the GTA the other day about what gun is the most reliable. Pick it up, put it in a closet, take it out a year later, still shoots perfect. And Evan-X guns came up a lot in that conversation. Really? Yeah. I mean, you take the old Rainstorms.
Oh gosh.
And then you take the new Rex models.
Oh, the Rex is like, yeah. That's a no-brainer. Foolproof.
The Rex is. I don't know how you could break one. It's stupid.
The people do. The only way you can break it is if when you go to cock it, you cock it really hard, you can snap the linkage. That's I've replaced a few linkages. People pulling really hard to cock the gun unnecessarily. So, but that's the only breakage I've seen.
Actually, pretty easy to cock.
Yeah, I'm going to do a video coming up on the Rex 50. I'm going to do one on the pistol. Actually, it's the whole series: pistol, then the last resort, which is the pistol with the rifle stock, and
Mm-hmm.
then the pistol with the carbon fiber stock, and then the rifle, and then the rifle with the carbon tank. Excuse me, the pistol with the carbon tank. So I'm going to do that whole video. I think that'll be pretty cool. I know that the rifle with the carbon fiber tank with the 336 is Hunter Supply was doing almost 340 foot-pounds out of that teeny little gun.
Yeah,
That is
it's
just
great.
beastly. They've got it dialed in for sure. Uh, so pretty cool stuff. Marcus, Rick, when you coming out with your own gun? Well, sort of do. The SWA is a gun that I've been pioneering. If you haven't seen it, it's a 20 gauge shotgun. In fact, if you want to see something cool here, can I brag a little bit? Can I do that? Is that
Yeah,
okay? Let
fired
me,
up.
let me grab this real quick. This was really funny.
I can't see it anyway.
That's all right. So, did I tell you about the rattlesnake that got my daughter's chicken pen?
Did you are you asking me?
Yeah, did I tell you about that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you showed me the video.
showed you the video. Okay, so that video on Facebook has almost 500,000 views.
It's great. Shooting a snake with a
Yeah,
air
hold on.
shotgun.
Yeah, so let me just switch over to this. So here I don't know if you guys would hear it. I'm gonna turn the volume down. So this is funny. So I get woke up and somebody is going, hey, or my daughter comes saying, hey, there's a snake in the chicken coop. And there he is. This is this rattlesnake just nestled over there in the corner, a nice little Western Diamondback. And that little pistol is the SWA. We call it the FD, which stands for effing deadly. That's my little poking fun of things. It's the FD8P, which is an 8-inch pistol. Now, my first shot, because it's early and I haven't had my coffee, that's my excuse. You like it, Travis? Uh, I went,
I'd use it.
I went right over. I shot high, went over its head. But the next shot, oh gosh, no, it was all over. Um, yeah, no, I just drilled this thing and blew it to smithereens. But that's a little 8-inch 20 gauge pistol. So if there's a gun that's mine, quote unquote, I'm working with Terry Tate, Professional Big Boy Air Guns, and his manufacturer to bring these guns to market. That's the
Your
pistol. Yeah,
fellow Texan.
yeah. That's the 8-inch pistol. We have it in a 15-inch carbine, and we have a 27-inch long gun. So right now we're sold out. In fact, we have a couple pre-orders that we owe. Um, yeah, we have a couple that we're already spoken for the next shipment, which I should get later this week. So we're actually selling through. I mean, it's not like a ton of sales, but as fast as we can make them and get them in, they are going out, that's kind of exciting. So, but that little gun there is pushing. That was an ounce and a quarter load, and it pushes good. It does really well. At slugs, it'll do almost 200 foot-pounds. Um, that pistol's about $1,300. The carbine, depending on which configuration, is about $1,350 or maybe $1,400, and then the long gun is I think 15 or something. Um, Everything's made in here in let's switch back over. It's all made here in Texas. There's a couple parts that are sourced, like if you get the collapsible stock, the AR stock, all of them can take a regular AR stock. There's just a little adapter. You just put the stock on it if you want. Some of them come with the stock, but that's a UTG stock. And the grip, I'm sure, is a Chinese plastic AR grip, but the trigger assembly is done by Blue Fork. The gun itself is made by White White Hawk, White Owl, White Olin. Forgive me, Olin's place over in Cumbie or Greenville or whatever it is, where they actually make. I went to their shop. It's really cool. They have all the things lined up and they come off all shiny, and it's a lot of fun. But that's been a bit of a challenge to bring a product to market like that. but we do have them, and they are selling through, and they're doing very well. We've got extra magazines, and we're going to be putting shot packs, like 50 rounds of number 4, number 5, number 6, with wads and everything. So you just buy that, and you've got 50 rounds to load your gun with. So fun, fun stuff. So
That is good stuff. I had a ball shooting it.
Yeah, you did. I had fun watching you shoot it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was loud and violent.
Yeah, just the way we like it. They're asking me where the iguana video is. It's done, and it's going out probably tomorrow. So I have to get the publication docs over to my sister. But the iguana hunting video is going out now. That's going to be on my AirgunWeb. How many pests do you dispense monthly? Don, I'll get that question in a moment. I forgot mine was saying. Don, I'll answer your question. The As far as pests, we've done a lot of rattlesnakes this year. I don't really shoot stuff unless I have to. I used to be, as a young person, an indiscriminate murderer of live things, as I think all young boys are. Like, we just go kill stuff because we can. I grew out of it. So unless it needs to go, I just leave it be. And even if it's a rattlesnake, not in where I walk or where I need to be or where my dogs are, I just leave it. I don't need to kill it because it does have a job to do in the rodent control and stuff. But if it's invading my space, it's going to get invaded by a chunk of lead. This was going to happen there. We have a ton of rabbits out here, which I just leave be. We do have a bunch of coyotes coming in, which they're next on my list. I am going to take some coyotes here coming up shortly. Travis, when you come out, maybe we can do a coyote hunt.
Oh man, I can't wait. I got my TC-45.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet.
Scope.
So
it's gonna be a ball.
John's asking me where we shot in Florida where I shot in Florida for the iguana hunt. I was down in Fort Lauderdale area. And was working with Iguana Lifestyles. Hi, Harold. How you doing, man? And I cannot wait to go back. I think it would be way cool fun to go back and do another hunt down there. In fact, the hunt I would like to do actually is I would like to see what the least amount of gun I could use down there to get the job done. So instead of going bigger, I'd like to go smaller.
That is a perfect probably example of where you could use a break barrel or underlever gun.
Well, we were shooting the break barrel Gamos, right? We had the Bone Collector Swarm Gen 2, which was great, and we had the Magnum. Both guns did really well, but I would like to go down with like the Umrex 850 M2 CO2 gun, which is about 8 or 9 foot-pounds in a 22. But we're shooting around buildings, right? So we are like right up against them, shooting into water, shooting in all of these places. So if I had something that was super quiet, because even though those guns are relatively quiet, the break barrels, they still do have noise. Even the mechanical noise can be somewhat louder than the shot noise, right? Just the crack, crack of the pistol, right? So if I went there with like a suppressed 850 M2, it's so quiet you don't even know you're shooting it. It's that quiet, and it's dime accurate at 30 yards. All of our shots were inside 20, 25 yards. Easy inside 25 yards. Some of them were feet. So a lot of the stuff we were taking was probably within 30 to 40 feet. So do you need 20 foot-pounds, or will 10 do it?
Nah.
So I'm thinking a nice little headshot with that CO2 gun would be beautiful.
8 foot-pounds.
Yeah. So anyway.
Look what the Brits do.
Yeah, I know.
Sub 12 foot-pound gun.
Yeah, 12 foot-pound. I think it'd be a great way to go down there. I would love to do that. That would be a lot of fun. Yeah, super quiet too. I mean, with this moderator on the 850.
The gun that's going to come out after SHOT Show I can tell you about. That'll be perfect for this.
All right. Beautiful. We just got to get that other Airgun company that cannot be mentioned to fund a trip down to do some shooting.
You know, I think they'll do it. I think they'll do it.
Well, I think the footage we got from the iguana hunt turned out really, really good. We got a lot of video, a lot of content for Gamma and stuff.
Did you taste one of those nasty ass
I
iguanas?
did. Absolutely. Let's see here.
Was it nasty?
No, it was good. Harold knows what he's doing. The first time I had it, tastes like fishy dirt. It was nasty. This time, Harold, look, if you want to go down, go to Iguana Lifestyles, get hold of Harold, and he'll cook it up for you. I got a picture. Hold on, let me find it. I've got a picture. I will show you. It was, oh, come on, big baby. Baby. Here, okay, here it is. No. What up? I can't use the word I want to use. There you go. There's the legs right there, buddy. Claws and all, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And here's some lizard tail. Flip over. There it is. There's some lizard tail.
Hard pass on the lizard to eat.
You big baby. Oh, come on, man.
No, not doing it.
You eat sushi. What's the big difference?
Well, first of all, it's not a lizard. Second of all, it comes out of the ocean.
All right. What do you guys think? You think Travis is being a big bad sissy? I think so.
I'd like to know how many of those people would eat a stinking nasty.
No, look. I get it. Well, the first time I had it was not good. The second time I had it was quite.
First and the last time I had it.
Look. You got to be brave. See, look at that big old chunky tail right there.
If I want to be brave, I go to McDonald's and and see, and hope it all turns out well.
Look at that.
I don't need to eat a lizard to be brave.
Look at that. That's some meaty yumminess right there.
Hey, you know what? I don't doubt they're meaty. And I don't doubt they could save your life if you were starving to death.
You just haven't got that hungry yet?
I've never been that hungry.
It wasn't that bad. I did not mind it at all. Not this time. Again, we didn't have to endure the fishy dirt. Oh, first time was nasty. No, Howard knows what he's doing. He actually cleaned it properly, went through the whole thing about how to, get all the scent glands and all that stuff out of them so it doesn't taste nasty.
It kind of reminds me of every year, I love sushi. And real sushi carnivores, they love uni, which is a sea urchin. Every year I try to eat one just to say, maybe I miss.
You got a bad one. You got a bad one.
Maybe I got a bad one. Maybe they didn't prepare it right. Every year it's the same thing. It's terrible. That's how I feel about eating a lizard.
Do you eat alligator?
I tried alligator about 2 weeks ago. Had some alligator bites.
Not bad.
It's terrible.
And on that note, wonderful note, we're going to call it a night.
It tasted like dirty frog legs.
Well, do you like frog legs?
I'm okay with them.
Well, see, this is more like frog legs. It's fine. You like it.
Yeah,
Yummy.
I'm okay with frog legs, but the crocodile, alligator, whatever it was, tasted like bad frog legs. I don't know. Frog legs in dirt. I don't know.
All right. Okay, so the gentleman's asking me, Mark's asking me, what does it taste like? Let me tell you what it tastes like. Okay, so we'll wrap up on the iguana. Look, at the end of the video, watch it all the way to the end, because all of us that were hunting and shooting and filming, we all had iguana. Okay, so Harold, did a wonderful, just a wonderful job. The best thing he made was, I don't know if you have like a dip with cream cheese and Rotella, and you mix it up and dip it with. He had iguana sausage. We did that with. That was like legitly, I could eat a ton of that. That was like really good. It was good. Anyway, so what's it taste like? So it does not taste like chicken. So just put that out of your mind. It's a white meat, very lean. It didn't taste like fish. It's more like pork a little bit. there is a flavor in the back end that is not what you expect. Okay, it's not bad, and it's not real gamey, but it's not. You don't know what it is. It's hard to identify that particular flavor that's sort of there at the end. But it was fine. I didn't mind it at all. I'd eat it again.
It's probably that same taste you get right after you throw up and you got that.
No, come on, not at all. Gosh. All right. So we are going to call it a night, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show tonight. Travis, good having you back. I think if this format works, well, when you get your studio set up, we'll be able to get you all set up, and you can have like a GTA background and or something, maybe something like that. But we can have a lot of fun. Yeah, Airgun Expo. We can have, we can get our stuff going, and then, and I don't know if you guys like the idea of me actually showing that video that I did there, the little Facebook video. But you know, we can mix it up with this new system that I have now. I think we can be far more creative in our presentation, and we'd be able to tell you guys and promote it ahead of time, so you don't have to guess when's Rick coming up. So let me know. Give me some feedback.
It'll be nice when when I'm settled in and got the studio set up. Then we can have a set date and time. Regularly.
Yeah.
So that'll make things a lot easier for everyone.
Well, guys, that's going to be it. That's going to be it. Anything else, Travis?
No, like always, working on a bunch of stuff. Can't wait to show it off. Got about a dozen projects that I really, really can't wait to get done and get to market. Ooh. And this new company's super. They're fantastic people to work for. And we should see industry shaking stuff happening soon.
Awesome. Guys, that's going to be it. It's going to be it for now. See you guys. I'll be up next week. Don't know what I'll be doing next week, but I'll be doing something. That's for sure. And Travis will be with us week after. So, guys, have a good night. Thanks for coming up and joining us. Night.
Good night, everyone.